How's it hanging, dudes? My name is Sean, and welcome back to Brutal Games and another Cyberpunk 2077 video. And today, I want to discuss Braindance. I want to go over Braindance. I want to, I guess, go in depth on it, right? We're going to go in hard, boys, and just talk about it, see what it's about. But first, you know, if you make it to the end of the video and you think I've earned it, make sure you like and subscribe. I've also had a couple filler videos on the channel, like doing my part. Subscribe to PewDiePie, you should too. And some naughty, you know, some sub-naughty, right? Just for some filler content, because they wasn't able to actually do some good audio for Cyberpunk, so I just went with those videos. Check those out if you want to, or not, you know, fuck them, right? So, Braindance. Oh, man. So, in my own personal terminology, I guess, or phrase, however I could personally explain it, the way it seems to me is like Braindance is to VR what what cell phones are to pagers, right? Like back in the day, if you're old enough to remember, there was pagers, and you know, you'd have somebody's number, you'd page them, that lets them know that, you know, they're on their way or they need you, to try and get a hold of you somehow, to call them from a landline phone. Eventually cell phones came out, and they've got, you know, pretty much computers and cell phones now, as we all have in our pockets, right? So that's kind of what it seems to me like what our modern day VR is in the future, in this alternate timeline in Cyberpunk in Night City, right? In the alternate future, if VR was to keep going at the rate it's going, that's what it seems to me Braindance is. Braindance is VR, right? It's just VR to a whole new level, and it's super addictive. To the point where people, you know, if you do too many crimes, the government can give you a Braindance reform therapy. Mandatory, right? Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump right in, right? See what's all about Braindance. All right, let's go. So Gamepedia has a really good synopsis, a breakdown of what Braindance is, and he definitely better explains it better than I can. So, let's go ahead and just read through, right? Braindance, the age of Braindance decadence. The world of Cyberpunk 2077 presents a grim version of the future. Tech advancement went hand in hand with the decay of society. Body augmentations invented to serve society simply multiplied the problems, and sometimes led to mayhem on the streets. New inventions led to addictions, and poverty became even larger problem. So, what does that mean? That means like these addictions, Braindance, people would rather sit there and just live through somebody else's life than live their own life, because it's their life is so shit in Night City, right? So let's carry on. I haven't read this through, so I might be spoiling something, you know. Okay, Cyberpunk 2077. No, by the way, guys, this is not speculation. This is what Braindance is. This is explained, okay? In Cyberpunk 2077, the player will be thrown into a dark future. The metropolis of Night City is a stage set to tell the tale of one individual, V, raised on the streets, who tries to lift himself or her up from the gutter and find a way to survive amongst the booster gangs and megacorporations in a city of filth and sin. Drugs, violence, poverty, and exclusion haven't disappeared by 2077, as people stayed as they were for centuries, greedy, closed-minded, and weak. But not only ghosts of the past trouble mankind, but new issues have appeared. Cycles go on rampages, and the streets are filled with junkies addicted to a new form of entertainment, the Braindance. A cheap way to experience the emotions and stimuli of someone else, someone living a more exciting life. Oh my god, this is like some dystopian, futuristic awesomeness. Okay, let's keep going. Braindances are digital recordings of a person's experience. The viewer can stream a Braindance directly into his neural system via special brain augmentations, called a BD layer. Braindances allow the viewer to experience a brain process registered, including emotions, muscle movements, and the stimuli perceived by the recorded person. So that just essentially means that it's VR to a whole new level. When Mike Pondsmith first set out to create Cyberpunk, I don't think he realized that he predicted what VR will be in the future, right? Like, we always talk about VR as, well, in the future it'll be a VR room, or it'll be a VR pod, you know, or whatever the prototypes are out there. Braindance seems like that's the future. That's what it is. You just insert a chip, or you take a pill or something like that, and you're just off. That'd be crazy. I mean, in our case, in our reality, it'd probably be more like take a pill, or I don't know. I feel like it'd be scary to jack into the Matrix, right? Right? I don't know. Oh, anyway, I don't want to speculate on that kind of crap. Let's go. The range of themes of these recordings varies from simple brain dances made by megacorporations, which allow the viewer to feel the full experience of an explorer with all its thrills, sweats, smells, views, sound, and the real feeling of curiosity that pushes men to go beyond the horizons against fear and physical weakness. But there are more controversial sides of Braindance, because some recordings are created illegally in the underground. Entering the mind of a serial killer means not only seeing the monstrosity he performs, but also living his lust to kill and fulfillment. Now that's crazy. Imagine if you're so hooked on Braindance, and then you want to get a new Braindance because you're tired of this old Braindance, and you like the killing type of Braindances, right? And then you can't do the Braindance, you want to do it in real life. And then you have just a mass murder spree out in the middle of the street just because some guy. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this game, guys. You haven't experienced the latest new Hollywood recordings? You're nobody. The streets live with brain dances. Everyone just goes crazy and wants to be a part of this new entertainment fad. Some people push it too far, and they cannot stop living other people's lives. If you're not linked to a brain dance right now, you're probably discussing what happened to you during your last session. Of course, just like every great new cultural movement, BDs have people who criticize them. In this world of 2077, the gap between high and low is bigger than ever. Drugs, violence, brain dance, psychos on the loose. Will you be able to function in this defunct society or end up a BD junkie with nothing left? Set aside like garbage, still living someone else's life. Not aware of what's going on around you? Whether you like it or not, this is the age of Braindance decadence. This is Cyberpunk 2077. Bam! Oh my god. Whoever wrote this is, I love you. Oh, mwah. Perfect. Anyways, man, like, and there are like still shots and parts of the trailers just like that we've seen of, like, you know, kids on Braindance and or just, I don't know, maybe it's kind of like a Braindance or maybe it's like a VR. I'm not 100% sure. That's kind of speculation on my part, but I don't know. It's just that the Braindance, it seems like such a minor part of this whole world and lore, but also seems like it could be such a huge part, such a driving factor, right? Ah, man, Cyberpunk 2077 is they are just killing it, guys. I'm so excited for this game. It's kind of like mind blowing just to see how much stuff they're putting in this game and how much the lore intrinsically is valued from the previous games, the tabletop games and stuff like that. And they are doing a great job, CD Projekt Red, of keeping the lore together with putting their little twist on it. Braindance is just another one of those situations, right? That they can kind of tinker with and make it their own, while also keeping true to the lore and everything else that goes with it. Now, I wonder when you're in the game if brain dances will be so integral to the story or something like that maybe Johnny Silverhand is like railing against him, or like his band, if he's still alive. Will he be still alive in 2077? Is that confirmed or not? I don't know. Because I mean, I know that lives are expanded upon, you know, with all these cybernetic functions and stuff like that. But Johnny Silverhand was kind of sort of against a little bit of that. He's kind of, you know, against at least the corporatism of that has to deal with all that, right? Even though he has a cybernetic arm, I don't know. Maybe he's still. I haven't done my research on that, guys. So let me know in the comment section below. But anyways, so just by chance, if you've ever gone to the grocery store and just gave like a bionic elbow to, like, you know, just a pile of lemons, make sure you like and subscribe, and until next time, piss off.
1, 2, 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, 1, 2, 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I'm hands to the motherfucking mountaintop. Heard motherfuckers talk, seen them drop. If I ain't got a weapon, I'ma pick up a rock. And when I bust your ass, I'm gonna continue to rock. Get your ass on the wall with your 2 left feet. It's real easy, just follow the beat. Don't let that fine girl pass you by. Look real close, cause strobe lights about to have a party. So let's get it started.